Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Vikram. In this class, we'll try to understand resistor with independent controls, load and clear. So, in our previous, course called Digital Logic Design, we have clearly explained. We clearly had an introduction to resistors. If you haven't watched that video, please watch that video and come back here. And we are again suggesting you that the prerequisite for this course is Digital Logic Design. If you haven't watched that course, please watch that course and come back here, because without understanding the basic knowledge of digital system, Digital Logic Design course, it may not be easy for you to understand this course. And every video in our channel is going to be part of entire course or a playlist. Our suggestion is to follow the entire course so that you can have better understanding of the concepts, and the link for the playlist is provided in the description below. So now the discussion about the resistors has already been made in our Digital Logic Design. This is a 4-bit resistor and these are the inputs. D flip-flops are used within this resistor and 4 inputs are there and the outputs are these 4 lines. Initially we will consider that this is the negative edge triggered clock, and the clock speed, the speed of the clock is for example, assume that it is 1 megahertz. So assume that the speed of the clock is 1 megahertz. 1 megahertz is the speed of the clock, which means that for every second it is going to generate 10 to the power of 6 number of clock cycles. So it is going to generate 10 to the power of 6 number of clock cycles. So this is what we call it as clock cycle, and for every second it is going to generate these kind of clock cycles. The number of clock cycles that are generated are 10 to the power of 6 number of clock cycles will get generated. Okay, and what is the time period of each and every cycle? It is 1 by frequency, which is equal to 1 microsecond, 1 by 10 to the power of minus 6, which is 1 microsecond. For every microsecond this cycle will get generated. So from here to here it is going to take 1 microsecond. Okay, so now the clock is provided and the speed of the clock is 1 megahertz. So the clock will continuously generate its signals irrespective of the system. So what's happening on the system, how the calculations are happening. So the entire device will be provided with one single clock and all the components will be provided with that clock continuously. So now we are having an input of 0, 1, 0, 1 as an input. In the first clock cycle, what happens? In the first clock cycle, what happens is these values will get stored onto this resistor. It is 0, 1, 0, 1. And again after this the next input is waiting here. It is 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay, so 0, 0 is the next input which is waiting here until the next clock cycle, negative clock cycle is generated. So at this clock cycle these values has come into this resistor. Now in the next clock cycle what happens is the input that is waiting at the resistor's input, at the flip-flops inputs, the resistor inputs, these values will get stored onto this resistor. So but the problem is I want this value to be weighted for 100 microseconds. So I am doing some calculations and I want this value to be weighted for certain amount of time. Later I am going to use this value. If these values, in the next clock cycle, if it comes onto this decimal value is 5, and this decimal value 5 will get changed to 2. 0, 0, 1, 1 means it is 3. So the decimal value 5 will get changed to 3. But what I want is, I want this input, the value that is stored in the resistor to be weighted for 100 microseconds. But for every microsecond the clock will get generated. If there is any input waiting at the resistor's input, so those values will get stored onto this resistor. Okay, so but I want this value to be weighted for 100 microseconds. I want this value to be weighted for 100 microseconds. So how to do that? So with this kind of design, the system will not work efficiently. So we want to use the value 5, decimal value 5, but it has been corrupted with the value 3. So it is going to generate erroneous values. So I want to weight this value to be weighted for 100 microseconds. So what is the solution is, we are having an independent control called load and clear. So first we will try to understand about load. So we are having another input to this resistor. This input is what we call it as load control input, and this is a synchronous. There are two kinds of resistors. We have discussed that in our digital logic design in the introduction to resistors video. So this resistor is of asynchronous and synchronous counters. Asynchronous and synchronous resistors can be used. So now what happens is with the load input, whenever we want to change the value, then only the value will get changed. Whenever the load is equal to 1, whenever the value of load is equal to 1, then only the inputs will get stored. The inputs will get loaded onto the resistor. Unless this load value remains 0, this load value remains 0, these values will not get loaded, these inputs will not get loaded onto the resistor. If it is a synchronous counter, then clock should be high and load should be high for the values to get loaded onto the resistor. If it is asynchronous counter, only the load should be high. So it is not considered about the clock. So whenever it is a synchronous counter, when the clock is high, after 100 microseconds, when the clock becomes high, when the load becomes high, then only this value 0011 will get stored onto this resistor. So in order to make the values to be stored on the storage device for certain period of time, there is an independent control. So how this control is passed after 100 microseconds, that we will try to understand in our later videos. But there is a possibility within the resistor inputs. That possibility is what we call it as independent control called load. Whenever the load is 1, if it is a synchronous counter, whenever the load and clock is 1, then only the input values will get loaded onto the resistor. If it is an asynchronous asynchronous resistor, whenever the load is 1, the values will get stored. Okay, so how the control will be generated after the 100 microseconds or after a certain period of time, that we will try to understand in our later classes. In this class, what we have to understand is there is an independent control provided to the resistor which controls the data to be loaded into the resistor. This point is very, very important to understand. This brings you a lot of clarity. Try to watch this video for as many times as possible until you get a complete clarity on this concept. Okay, load is another control, and the other independent control is clear. So what this clear is, whenever the clear is 1, the value of clear is 1, all these values will get cleared with zeros. So the entire values that are present in the resistor will get cleared to zeros. So we are having two independent inputs. One is load and other one is clear. Whenever the load is 1, the input values will get stored onto the resistor, the input values will get loaded onto the resistor, and whenever clear is 1, the values within the resistor will get cleared to zeros. So this is a resistor with independent controls, load and clear. Hope you got the clarity on this concept. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. And if you have any doubts regarding these concepts, please post your doubts in the comment section below. And if you feel that this video is very much helpful to you, please give us a like symbol and please share this video with your friends so that they will also get benefited. Thanks for watching.